one thing that we can all admit is that YouTube sucks the big shit. It really does. It really needs fixing like you wouldn't believe. So much things need to be repaired on this. It's sad, and it's just flat out disgusting what YouTube's doing and how it's acting. And it just feels like it's so ass backwards that I don't think anything can fix it. But I'm going to take a shot and talk about all the things that YouTube needs to fix and needs to start doing. Like it was, 2011, which is when I think most of this it started. So let's try to break this down. Now I want to also reiterate that I am not, I don't work for YouTube. I don't know if they will ever take this seriously. I don't even know if they'll just take down the video just for spite. It's just disheartening, the shit that I'm hearing. So these are things that I think can be fixed, and if I missed anything, leave a comment down below. I'm going to try and do this video only once. Okay, the first thing that needs to be fixed is the monetization system. That's a given. We all know this. But an even greater thing that needs to be fixed is its AI. The AI in of itself is just out of hand. When YouTube said that they were releasing the new AI algorithm and that it was learning out in the wild, that, my friends, is just a really, really, really bad way to teach an AI how to do something. Okay, when it comes to QA, when it comes to testing, updates and what have you, you have a test system or a test server in place. If you ever look at PUBG, if you ever look at Blizzard, if you ever look at any major company that has what's known as a public test server or a public test realm, these are systems that are designed to test features that they want to implement and make any necessary changes or adjustments before they release it out into the wild. When it comes to artificial intelligence, it's exactly that. Artificial. It doesn't work, like a normal human being does. A human being can adapt in the moment. We are aware of ourselves, we're aware of our needs and our environment. And artificial intelligence is not aware of itself or its environment. It just does what it's programmed to do within the set parameters human beings give it. It is never perfect, it is never infallible, and it is always subject to just keep doing what it's doing if you don't instruct it, hey, don't do this. Okay? Hence the name artificial intelligence. And YouTube is relying way too heavily on it. Videos are being demonetized left and right, hitting people big and small. And it just makes the whole monetization system just seem like a waste of time, seem like a waste of use or anything. There were a couple of times where I considered signing up for monetization, but seeing all the stuff that's going on, I don't wanna. I really don't. It's just, you don't do this with something that you're trying to teach and learn. And the AI can only do so much. And right now, it feels like YouTube is just saying, here's our algorithm, we fixed it, it's there, out in the open. And that is just a really terrible thing to do. That's horrible. That's not even good programming. I can't even call that programming or development. It's just terrible. You gotta put this thing to extensive testing. You can't just rely on it and say, hey, here's some settings, this is what it looks for, this is what it's into, push to the public, that's it. And it's still making changes and adjustments while it's out in the open. YouTube is trying so hard to cater to the advertisers and the people that are paying into the system that it's completely neglecting its actual client base, which is the YouTubers, the uploaders, people like you and me, not just the people who watch, but the people who make videos and upload them. It would be great to use the monetization system, but right now it's working really hard to go against me. Just recently, I actually knew someone who on Twitter announced that their channel was taken down due to several reports and violations. When they went to appeal, it was like, nope, sorry, you can't appeal because, it's not our final decision. And then when going to appeal again, it didn't even respond because apparently you can't out-appeal twice. Which brings me to the next system that needs to be fixed, the appeal system. If you ever look at the monetization system in place and look at the rules and the regulations, If a video is flagged as inappropriate, the hammer comes down on you so fucking hard. Even when the system makes a mistake, a genuine mistake that you know they have made, it feels like you're just taking a huge risk. I actually had a video silenced, and that means the audio muted, and it couldn't be played in certain parts of the internet, and monetization, if any, was disabled, so I couldn't collect ad revenue, which was irrelevant because I'm not doing that anyways. And when I go to, apply the reason as to why this was done in error, if you ever read it, it's like you have just the one shot. You have to absolutely, positively know for sure that this was an error and this was a mistake. Because if it's not an error, if it's not a mistake, if they have determined that, hey, you were wrong to give this in, this is the incorrect information, you didn't do this right, there's a chance that they could terminate your account, if not the video. It's like fucking Russian roulette here. That's scary as hell. There are times where I actually say, hey, I'm not making any money off of this, I'm not part of monetization, and I want to report the videos that it's saying it's reporting as incorrect. I mean, all I do is upload videos about games, and from my streams in the past, and so many of those got hit with not copyright strikes, but they were just silenced by the audio, because they said, hey, we picked this up, that's it. You can't file a claim because it's kind of against you from the jump. If you're playing a game that has game audio in it, forget it. And it gets flagged because the music is in there, they're going to mute the entire track. They're just going to mute it flat out. And that's happened to me with one game that I played not long ago, a few years back. And I wanted to say, hey, I'm not collecting money off of this. I am not doing anything with this video. It's just up here for archiving. And I just couldn't do it because of the wording of the whole thing. It's just, it cracks down on you way too hard. And the appeals process, there is nobody that's really watching this thing. I don't believe there really is a human element to these appeals. They say that the appeals are watched by humans, but even humans can make mistakes. What if you get somebody who's like, well, I don't like this video because I don't like this person, or I don't like it because it's boring or dumb. You always get that one person in there. Can't tell me that there isn't one person who doesn't know how the hell to use the system. Even now as I make this video, I worry that YouTube might crack down on it, even though it is, for fair use and everything. It's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. It really is. The next thing that they could make easier, the way that the videos are released out into the public. You know how when you upload a video and you have your Twitter account connected and it says that you've uploaded a new video or you've added a video to a playlist, or depending on your settings, you liked a video, you've done this with a video, that, whatever. Well, it only does it on Twitter. There are lots of other services that you could use this to, that you can automatically push to certain services. No, wait, I'm sorry. I said that wrong. It would be nice if you could push to those other services. When you want to share a video, you have to hit the share button on your own description page and then click the individual services that you want the video to be uploaded to. This video, I would love it to be on Twitter, which is going to be. That's a given. It's going to say that I added it to a playlist, and it's going to say that I uploaded the video. But at the same time, I can't upload it anywhere else automatically. I have to manually do it. I have to manually click the share button, manually choose each feature that I want. I have to manually push to Facebook. I have to manually push to the, what is it? I forget what it's called. Reddit. I have to manually push these things. There is no system like Twitter where I can just sign up, connect the credentials, and it just automatically pushes it for me. I can't do it. And there are so many services. There's StumbleUpon, there's Pinterest, there's Tumblr. It would be nice to just push it out there to all the places that I like to push it out to and not have to do it by hand. It's ridiculous. The whole system looks like a mess from 2001, and it's lacking so many features. It's lacking so much human interaction. It's lacking so much common sense. I mean, it literally feels like Yahoo when it was ran by Marissa Mayer. Or Meyer, whatever her name is. It was just being propped up until they could find someone to buy it and, do what they want with it and do it better. That's what I feel YouTube has become. It's the exact opposite of what made it great. You know? It was all about, yes, we care about our uploaders, we care about our YouTubers, we care about people who upload their content and share it, we care about monetization. That's what it felt like beforehand. And then all of a sudden, when adverts are like, our videos are showing up on this, and this type of video, and we don't like it, and we want you to do something about it, and YouTube is kind of sheepishly saying, okay, yeah, we'll do something about it, and, because we don't want to lose you, but there's a chance that this might not work as well as you think. We don't care, fix it. Okay, we'll do it. And now they're just sitting there, and it's like, hey, we're doing the best we can to help you get what you want and to make sure that you can upload your content. We're making sure that everything is nice and transparent. We're letting you know what we're doing before it happens. We're keeping you in the mix, keeping you in the loop, and everything just feels awesome. And it doesn't. It really doesn't. It just feels like every time they say that, I keep thinking to myself that there's someone just staring me right in the face, and it's like, smile, you're gonna get kicked in the balls. Every time YouTube makes an announcement now, I get fucking nervous. Because I don't know what they're going to do, and the changes happen so fucking fast. It's like, we're about to do something, and it's gonna be just in the next few seconds, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. I know one person who does that a lot in my personal life. It's not fun then, and it certainly ain't fucking fun now. It would be nice to get some heads up. It would be nice to have some details ahead of time. It would be nice to know what YouTube is planning to do, like a couple of weeks down the road instead of just a couple of days or a handful of hours. Communication is another thing that needs to be fixed on YouTube, and oh my god, they're not really good at it. I understand that YouTube and social medias are all businesses, and they have to cater to their advertisers and their sponsors and all that. I get it. I honestly, genuinely do. Every service that you have online that you're using has to cater to the people who are paying for revenue, who are paying for ad space, who are paying for all this stuff, just to keep the lights on for the company, to keep the employees paid, to just keep going. I get that. I have nothing against that. I know it's a business. But you can only do that business for so long that it starts to actually neglect your customers. It's a lot like GameStop. Before GameStop made all these ridiculous changes with its policy, it really felt like it was power to the gamers. Now it just feels like shit on top of shit on top of crap on top of shit. And that's what YouTube is starting to feel like. A big pile of crap that's only pretending to fix problems and really isn't actually fixing those problems. They're just making it harder and harder for content creators to post their content and to make money off of this. Meanwhile, people who are much, much bigger, like celebrities, networks like NBC and CBS, TV shows on those networks, they're able to post things that they want, and they don't have to worry about being demonetized. They've never been demonetized. They've never had to deal with any crap, particularly because they, kind of pay in advance. It's like, here's some money. Please don't take down my shit. This is a paid sponsor. This is a paid this. This is that. Just leave our videos alone. And YouTube be like, yeah, okay, sure. And the rest of us, we're just trying really hard to keep up with a system that feels like it's just neglected us and turned away from us. YouTube has a lot of stuff it needs to fix. I'm going to say that till the cows come home. So much fixing. And it should do it now, and in one whole... And it should start to do the process of fixing all of this now, and then when it has fixed all these changes, apply it in one go. They need to stop using the AI system in its current state, because it's not working. They need to have due diligence with reporting videos that have been flagged for content or for content for violations. They definitely need to do something with people who are abusing the DMCA system. That's getting abused more times than enough nowadays. They definitely need to be more open and more honest about what they're doing. They need to communicate better. There's so much they need to do, and they need to start doing it now. Because I really don't feel this going much farther than it already is, and I don't see this being something that YouTube can keep up for a while without feeling a major impact. So, YouTube, if you're actually watching this video, particularly because I uploaded it to your service, get your shit together. Okay? Start fixing what actually needs to be fixed. Put some due diligence in this. Put some thought into this. Because you guys just look like a bunch of idiots. And I'm just really sick and tired of it. And that's all I have to say about this. If you want to listen to past episodes of Real Talk with GodofKnockers, you can find them here on my YouTube channel and over on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/GodofKnockers. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to this video on my YouTube. If you're watching it on Twitch, you can comment there in Twitch chat. Feel free to share this video with whomever you wish. I'm pretty sure you're going to share it with a lot of people, and that's about it. So I was GodofKnockers, and it's been real nice talking to you. Laters.